Because you know who else doesn't like it? Real Asians. But Syria needs to be in one continent, and it sure as hell isn't going to be. It's not North America. It's not Antarctica. But yeah, then the woman came on. She followed me and said, "Oh, all right, you Muslim," and then went up and fucking bombed for 5 minutes. And it was a funny person, but they didn't have it that night. There's nothing better than someone trying to shit on you. There are a few comics that like they'll follow you, and it's like, because they're, you know what I mean? They'll be like, "Wow, you guys laughed at that," and it's like, "Sorry, we're not doing Tinder again."
That's a great feeling. I don't know what's better, watching somebody you don't like bomb. Not saying you didn't like that person, but not watching somebody you don't like bomb, or watching. You know what's also a great feeling when you're at a show or a mic and everyone's bombing, and you have the one good set.
Yeah, that's.
You can ascend. I can ascend.
Oh my God. Yeah, there are nights where I go up at Fergie's in the 11 o'clock hour, and we're talking about I'm behind the MLW wrestlers going on, all right? And then it's like, well, I'm like, I float around through this scene. It's like when Eddie Guerrero was back doing the indies for 2001. I'm getting high, man. I'm gonna be Vicky.
IWA.
Yeah, that's me walking around fucking pretending I'm equals with some of these hacks. Like some of these fucking hacks. Except the female comics. They're all very good.
Do you want to talk about the show? A certain show?
Oh, the Naked Show. They just had the Naked Show. We don't know anybody too well. Beavers and Ziggler are friends. Delia's a friend. So really, I was friends with almost everybody. Who else? Rachel. Hey, friendly. Then
Lounge.
Yeah. Then the other one is I don't know her, but yeah, they had the Naked Show in Philadelphia. Boy, I remember seeing this in New York. Our buddy Jad did it. I gave him shit for it. So just so you know that I'm not just jumping on people, but holy fucking hell, that's what comedy's become. Hey, get up here and look at my fucking dong waddling around up here. My cock. Hey, I don't have good jokes, so here's my cock. Here's my cock. And then women bleeding from their gashes up there on the stage talking about, hey, you want to hear a period joke? Look at this.
I couldn't.
What would one do if they were on their period for that? Seriously, it would leak out, or they'd see the fucking string going out of them. I saw a tweet recently that said, "I'm pull on girls' tampon strings because I like to know what catchphrases they say." Like they were tall.
That's fucking disgusting.
I make 80% of men.
I could never. I don't think there's any amount of money that I would do that show for.
Please.
60,000 probably, but no one that runs a Naked Show would pay me that much.
I don't know the guy who runs, but I imagine you have to get
molested to do that show.
Oh, yeah. Or be bi-curious, Mike.
Yeah. Well, I always wanted to do a Naked Show ever since my uncles put me in front of that stage naked.
Yeah.
I always wanted to do a naked show.
Ever since I blew a priest under the altar, I've always wanted to show myself off to the world.
Since I was getting my taint licked behind the tabernacle, I always wanted to do the. I just wanted to say tabernacle. Yeah, that's a great word. Pope's dying. Did you hear about that? The Pope's dying.
Good, fuck him, Pope Francis. We talked about this on the last episode.
About with Jay?
No, or I guess the one with just us two episodes ago. I know that because I was listening to that episode today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I literally was listening to episode 46 today. The first time I listened to part of it. I was like halfway through, so I listened, I think, to some of it last week, and then listened to the rest this after. Coming home, I came home from work. I was literally listening to this, eating a piece of beef jerky, and we were talking about how we were arguing over whether Wellborn likes the Pope.
No, most Catholics that are lean right don't like the Pope. My grandmother hates the Pope. My grandfather called him a faggot the other day.
Over what?
Just because he's a faggot, I guess.
That's fair, dude. I mean, listen, if you have the evidence, if somebody acts like something and then they are it,
that's it.
Yeah, I'm not going to shed too many tears once the Pope dies because he'll just be replaced. That's one of the few situations where, you know, when they say, like, well, if this guy dies, they're just going to find some new asshole to replace him. And usually that's not true, but this is true.
Yeah.
Because the popes can't show any individuality. All they do is rape based off what God wants.
What do the popes even do besides...
Ceremonial figures.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Yeah, I mean, it's incredibly stupid.
The one immigration guy on Trump's campaign, I think it's Mike Holman, his name is, and he's like, the Pope was giving the Trump administration shit for doing the immigration for detaining illegals.
Yeah,
and like with the walls, and the guy's like, well, if the Pope cares so much about walls, he should tear down the walls around Vatican City.
Did he really say that?
He really
That's
said
awesome.
That's great. That's a whole bunch of BS. That Pope stuff.
Well, I think when they start paying taxes in whatever country they're in, then I'll be interested in what religion's thoughts are on politics, because that's one of the biggest fucking bullshit scams to just be part of a fucking religion and then not pay any goddamn taxes, get to do whatever the fuck you want. Fuck you.
Catholicism is a
sham,
horrible religion.
Sham, but it's better than fucking Islam.
No, it's not. It's exactly the same as Islam.
I'd take it. At least they're not promoting marrying a 9-year-old.
They just do it. They just don't marry the 9-year-old.
Yeah, at least Islam, they're fuking women or girls.
Well, I don't know if I want to see.
And then we all know the best. If we want our podcast to succeed, we better say this. We all know the best religion, Judaism.
Well, the best one is Christianity. That's what I.
Yeah, and Catholicism is the best sect of Christianity.
Yeah, but Catholicism is corrupt, though.
So is every branch of Christianity. Look at what the popes did, starting the wars.
But they're Catholics. They're all Catholics, right? I think.
Not all the popes. I don't fucking know.
Well, when I think of Catholicism, I think of like church.
Then what do you think of the Baptists? The other sectors of Christians are way worse. The Baptists are the people, the Southern preachers talking, yelling about brimstone and everything. The only good churches you like the Baptists?
No.
The Baptists are retarded, dude. They're fucking fools. Catholicism, there's at least like all the guys fuck around on their wives in Catholicism.
Yeah.
That's what's good about it.
No, that's bad because they're corrupt because they have the Vatican City, that stuff.
Well, yeah, but the oligarchy of any religion is going to be. I mean, yeah, Catholicism is bad, but they're it's not as bad as the Baptists. The Baptists are unreasonable. They're the ones who are out thinking people. They're the ones in the Klan. They're the ones out fucking killing people.
Well, I think with most Catholicism, they try to direct people more. Does that make sense?
I disagree. I think it's the opposite.
Really?
Yeah, Catholicism. It's like we just grew up in it. But the Southern Christian people they're the ones who fucking don't like rock and roll and don't like. The Baptists are far more fundamental.
Well, I guess I don't know the sex that well because I don't know sex at all. but I don't know the Christianity sex that well because I'm thinking when I think of Christianity, I think of Catholicism to me is more corrupt than Christianity because I think of Christianity, I think of people in playing the guitar around a campfire talking about Jesus. That's what I think about.
That's a cult.
What's that?
That's a cult. Well, they're all cults. I disagree. Yeah. I disagree. I think Catholicism is far. You got to see some more of these Southern Baptists. They're the people that would have been hanging us from telephone poles. All the popes were Catholic, by the way. That makes sense.
Yeah. Bishops and cardinals and
it's all Catholicism.
Bishops and cardinals and priests.
Right. So we're talking about the Baptists are retards, and then you have the goddamn subsects of Christianity that are barely anything. Who are we talking about now? The Mormons?
No, I don't.
They believe in Christ.
I don't consider them Christians. I consider them Mormons.
But anybody who believes in Christ is a Christian.
Yeah, but a Christian is different. A Mormon is different than a Christian in my book.
They are, but a Christian's such a broad term. It's all broken down into the.
Yeah, well, I guess so. But I feel when Catholicism, they don't want you to read the Bible, which Christianity they give you because when I was in college, my friends were in the Christian in the Christian.
All right, well, a college campus Christian thing is going to be a bunch of bullshit just to get some money, some people raising money for them.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, you're right. You're right. They actually did do that.
They just try to do those New Age Christian things that put up the fucking pride flag and everything.
Yeah.
It's those are the same.
I think
as the guy coming with the Dodge Challenger to the army recruiter place.
Well, I think Christianity also is what the megachurches do. What they practice is Christianity.
Well, yeah, it's vague enough that they could just talk about hellfire and everything. Yeah. See, I like Catholicism because there's a sense of highbrowness that comes to it. Protestants aren't as bad as Baptists. Catholics they read the right book, as Dan says, and I've repeated on here many times.
Well, I like people the ones that you just read the Bible and you live your life as a good person. That makes the most sense.
Those people don't exist.
There's very rare. I say that I don't even read the Bible. I have a Bible. I don't even read it.
I learned all I know about the Bible from Kyle Neff. But he's a fucking comic friend of ours.
Do you want that censored or no? I don't
think Kyle Neff, he's going to come here with a gun and shoot me because I joked that he has a joke about the Bible.
With a Neff gun.
Yeah. I joke. I was going to be antagonistic on any religion talk, though. The Christian people are the Catholicism. You get the tradition. The Christian. Just saying you're Christian gives you the ability to float around and
that's
say.
That's being agnostic choosing something.
It's it's the least defined term of it. But I do get what you're saying. There are. There are aspects. I have Christian or Catholic bias, as everyone who's born Catholic does, either pro or against it. The rape undermines them a lot.
Yeah, that'll do it.
The rape undermines them, and I really think if you let priests fuck, they'd still rape.
Yeah.
Because to me, when I see a hot chick walking down the street, that cannot come from the same place as where guys who want to fuck little boys get the urge from.
No.
Well, they were all raped themselves. Priests, you shouldn't be allowed to be a priest if you were raped, because then you're just gonna rape.
Yeah, I guess maybe I don't know.
And you shouldn't be allowed to work with kids if you were if you were beaten as a kid. You shouldn't be allowed to work with kids because you'll just come home and say terrible things about them.
Very true. But the priest, my grandmother used to work at is it called the Covenant?
Oh, the Covenant.
Or is it where the priests live? She worked for the church, and she worked in the rectory.
The rectory,
yeah. And the priests, they get people cook for them.
Yeah, but they make like $25 a year. They live for free though.
That's pretty much working for a sports team is like.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I would like being a priest more than working in a sports, making the same amount of money, because I get to be the belle of the ball.
Get to do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
And a lot of priests are drunks.
Oh yeah.
I would love to be a drunken priest. I was reading this book about a murderer, and they thought that a priest did it, and the guy ended up drinking himself to death over it.
Yeah. But
then they found out that he was actually murdered by a guy. A guy like forced liquor down his throat so he would die, and it was a good book. The guy ended up his name was Dwayne, a fireman.
D-U-A-I-A-N-E? Dwayne?
Dwayne, yeah. And he there's a part in the book where he's like, they have like a child sex ring, and this was written in the 90s before accusing people that was popular.
Yeah.
But in a small
true. It would have been called false until recently.
This guy went to a family's house because there was a picture of him with a little boy that was getting circulated around the boys' school, and the girl had the picture, and he went and I guess she gave it away, and he was like, "Where's the picture?" And then she's like, "I don't have it," and he cut off her nose. And then he ended up, once she got down to one finger left, he realized she didn't have it, so he just burned the house down with the family inside. But it was a nice book. But anyway, yeah, they're trying to figure out what to do, all the pedophiles in the town, and they're like, "Listen, man, this isn't some fraud scheme. We're fucking kids here." Or I think they said diddling. We're diddling kids.
That's a great cover-up word for like what you're doing is literally you're fucking children. Oh, we're just
diddling. Diddling.
Folks, we are diddling, folks.
Mike Stanley, the diddler. What did he do? You remember he said that like 8 times on stage in a row?
Yeah.
Stanley. We'll get him on this show for a fucking barrel of laughs. I love Mike. He's great. Who's your dream guest for the show that we haven't had yet? Someone that's in our group. Not our group, but in the scene. Uncle Tone.
Yeah.
You'd let him in the house?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, I love Uncle. We got to get Tone and Phil on together.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't think
you could have Tone's girlfriend texting right next to you.
Oh, he was good for once.
I'll never forget that, man.
Oh
man, Kim Jong-un, man. Oh no, yo, man, that man's gonna take over the world. Jim Calhoun, man. Jim Calhoun. I'm like, who the fuck is
basketball coach?
My Mac goes, I think it means Kim Jong-un. I almost fell out of my chair. I was laughing so hard at that.
And then the one day we saw him.
Yeah, we all put our I forgot about that.
Uncle Tone.
Uncle Tone.
I have a selfie saved in my phone at 13 that I saw the other. Ooh, excuse me. I belched of me going like this. Yo, when I get pussy though. You know a guy gets a lot of pussy when he goes around yelling, "I get pussy though."
That's what I do on stage. That's how they know me.
I'm peacocking here. I like to tell everyone that I get a lot of vagina. And if you don't like that, hey, we'll take it right back up Homo City, right? Okay? Turn around, take your shit up Gay Boy Creek, and go fuck a man there.
I remember when I had my surgery, the location was Gay Street.
In Westchester? Or in Philly?
Philly.
There's a gay street in Westchester.
Yeah, that's where the club was at, right?
Yeah, are you going out there this week?
Is it the Friday?
Yeah, I'm going out. I'm going to Xander's on it. I want to see him, and then we'll go out. You don't like the Westchester scene?
No, I don't like going out.
Oh yeah, we've discussed. Westchester's fine though.
Yeah, it's fine. I used to go there a lot when I was like when I was 21, 22. 2 years ago.
Would you go if Combs doesn't go?
No, I wouldn't go, period.
Why not?
I just don't feel like it.
So you're gonna stay in?
Yeah.
What about Saturday?
No, I'm going out Saturday.
Where are you going?
Just parade.
You're gonna love that.
I hate it every year.
I know.
I go because my family's there.
Oh my God!
Which
Well, that
makes it
doesn't
even
count
worse.
as going out. You're going.
It does. I'm out. I'm literally out. I'm going.
You went
out.
to? Yeah, I went to Acme today too. That's not going out.
Oh, I went. Oh, another thing that happened too. I went to my uncle's funeral.
Sorry to hear.
Horrible.
You were emotional.
No, I wasn't emotional.
Oh.
I felt bad. I liked him, and I felt bad because I saw it was like his Marines.
Corpse. Oh.
Marines. His corpse. No corpse.
Ashes?
No. They buried him. They didn't have his corpse out though. They buried him though.
How long did he die? Oh, they had a closed coffin.
I didn't even see a coffin though. That's the thing.
They buried him before. Now that's selfless.
What?
That's what people should do. I knew this couple. I went to a funeral once, and the guy I guess was supposed to be cremated, and then his wife said at the last minute, "No, I don't want him cremated." So she had him out, and it's like, all right, well, it's his dying wish. That's his literal dying wish.
I think it's literally. I think I like that a lot. Like he got buried. I didn't go to the
Selfish
burial.
to make people look at your body. Selfish.
Yeah, but he did it the right way, and I was like, so I was there with my dad's side, and I think I said it before, but I think I told you this already. The fun thing about my family is on my mom's side, like my aunt's a nurse, and she has her 2 kids who got married at like the perfect age, like 28, 29, they got married, they have kids.
My parents at 28.
My uncle.
Let's have another kid. Me at 28. Hey, Luke, you ready to record Sick Ghoul?
And my uncle's like a union steam fitter, and they always go on vacation. And my uncle always golfs. They're like perfect. My mother, Jake's Jake. I'm black.
What's wrong with Jake?
I'm black, and then my sister's Mexican. So like we're the black sheep of the family.
Hey, mijo, you're the black sheep.
We're the black sheep. So like we're like the trash of the family, so to speak. Not to put it to the other family, but it's like
I've seen trash. You guys are not trash.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Well, listen, I love Jake, but he might be.
But on my dad's side, like me and Jake and my dad, we're like the elites because that side is garbage.
I believe it.
Complete garbage. They're garbage people because we're the high class family because we have jobs. They don't have jobs. They collect. So
yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, it was. But I saw the people there, and there was this family that like there was this my uncle's cousins. Do I need to meet these people? No, not really. But I met them. One lady was on oxygen for some reason, and the other guy had crutches with him, and he was walking fine.
Sad ass niggas.
What's that?
Sad ass niggas.
Yeah, and they were talking to me. They're like, "Who are you? How do we know? How are you? How come you're here?"
I'm Barry's kid.
I'm like, I'm his sister's grandson. He goes, "Oh," and I was the only black person, and the lady goes, "Well, you look like a movie star. You look like a movie star." Because I guess I'm the only black person ever.
Yeah, she was watching Roots last night.
Yeah. I was the first black person she saw in a suit, and she goes, "Oh, you look like a movie star." So I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Oh, shut up! You're so fucking loud." So me and Jake are in line getting the food, and we saw this lady starts choking on food. She collapsed to the floor, and I was like, "All right, let's leave. Let's not be in this room."
You didn't help her?
Jake was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "That lady's choking on food. Let's just go in the other room and eat." And he goes, "Who gives a shit?" And we just sat down and started eating. This lady was choking on food.
Did she make it?
Yeah, she made it.
Damn. Oh, I guess it's your family.
That would have been funny though. Death at a funeral.
The movie.
That is a mooner. Yeah, I forgot.
That's something we should review for the Patreon.
Is that Kevin? That's not a Kevin Hart movie.
It's all the black guys are in it. Chris Rock, Tracy Morgan. It's
Yeah.
one of those that the stars are labeled by alphabet, not by like Chris Rock's the star, but he's like named like 15th because it's just alphabetical.
Oh, okay.
It's an ensemble.
Yeah.
They do that because probably one of the 4th or 5th best actors, like was like. They did that in one of the Oceans, I think 11. Don Cheadle was pissed that his name wasn't on the line with George Clooney and Brad Pitt, which like Sorry, pal. And that has nothing to do with race. And this is the sick ghouls talking about it, but you're no Brad Pitt, Don Cheadle. But so he was mad that they didn't list him on the top thing, so he's not listed on the poster at all. He's not like
good. Yeah, he's an idiot for even thinking that he could be included.
Brad Pitt, the biggest star there fucking's ever been.
Yeah, what the fuck?
George Clooney.
I was talking to. There's been a thing on social media now. I asked Mac about it because I was curious. I was listening to KC and the Sunshine Band, and I listened to Kool and the Gang afterwards. And I asked him, like, who do you think's better, KC or Kool and the Gang? Who do you think's better, KC and the Sunshine Band?
Cool.
You think so?
You like KC,
like KC
more. I could tell by how you said it. Yeah, I like Kool.
Kool is great. I'm not saying Kool is.
I haven't delved super deep into any of them. You know what it is? It's harder because those big giant bands. I was just literally talking about this today. Those big bands like in the 70s, that's my favorite era of music. But the black artists didn't have access really to the same like high scale recording stuff as like, and they weren't getting signed to do it. So a lot of these big black bands, there's so many people playing that you can't play along with it because there's no space in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think, but somebody posted on Facebook, and I said, "Who do you think's better, KC or Kool?" And I said, "I think KC's." I said, "KC and the Sunshine Band all the way." And Medina responded. She goes, "Of course you would say that." And I said, "Well, if you think I'm choosing KC and the Sunshine Band based on the guy being white, you must think I'm the biggest fucking corniest, faggotiest racist of all time, and that's why I'm choosing KC and the Sunshine Band."
Well, let me tell Medina, he's on to you. All right.
I'm like, what? You must think I'm a huge loser for picking KC for that.
People don't understand. The only people who make things about race constantly, like in earnest, are people who.
Earth, Wind, and Fire is better than both of them, I think.
I agree. I do like. They used to play Get Down on It at Shields, and then I realized, oh, that's about a girl bouncing on a dick.
Oh, it is. Yeah. But yeah. You realize how everything's about sex and all the
drugs
singers are on fucking coke.
All the Rolling Stone songs are about drugs. Yeah. Start me up, I'll never stop. You make a grown man cry. What
about Shattered?
Not having drugs. Can't you hear me knocking is about banging on a drug dealer's door in the middle of the night. Oh God, it's great.
It's crazy how I don't do any drugs and I don't have sex, and that's what all music usually revolves around.
Did you ever hear the Stone song "Shine a Light"? It's this like uplifting song where it's like, "May the good Lord shine a light on you, make every song your favorite tune." But the opening line is, "Saw you stretched out in room 1009 with a smile on your face and a tear in your eyes." So it means he walked in, saw some girl he was banging, so fucked up on heroin that he said, "I can't take this shit." But I hope you're happy. Every song's your favorite tune.
Oh my God.
I have a thing I would say about there's always like Mick Jagger is obviously at least a bisexual. He's probably gay, but he doesn't admit it, which I appreciate. Like he just leaves it ambiguous. I mean, he's always been married to women, and all the songs are about women. But you're gonna tell me he doesn't fuck men? And I have a theory on this because he has a lot of songs about fucking black women, and I think when you're sucking dick, fucking black women doesn't seem so bad. No. In the eyes of his British peers, of course, I find it fine. You know, I'm mixed, but. Yeah, as a mixed person, it's homosexuality that drives me up a wall.
Yeah. Stones are great. Did you ever watch The Fan with De Niro and Wesley Snipes?
The baseball movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it was hilarious.
What's that have to do with the Stones?
They play the Stones.
Oh, yeah, they do.
In there. Yeah.
Yeah, The Fan is really good. He made that, and I think Cape Fear really soon after.
Cape Fear, which I don't think The Fan's not a good movie. It's funny to watch though.
Benicio del Toro, right? He's the one who made it. That Hispanic guy.
No, it was. It wasn't.
No, he's in it. He's in it. I mean,
he might be in it. Yeah. He's in it. He plays the one Mexican baseball player.
He directs more stuff now, I think.
Not the guy who
he's from Norristown, or he might as well be.
Who?
Benicio del Toro.
Tim Scott. I think his name is Tim. I think his name is Tim Scott.
Timmy.
But he jumped off a bridge to his death in 2012. He just committed suicide.
That's awesome.
I guess when you direct a couple, Hollywood films, you want to kill yourself. It's funny how that works.
You know what it is? They probably were going to come out with the photos of him having sex with a child that they make you take to get a movie released theatrically in big theaters and everything. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Like all these, what undermines the conspiracy theory community is that like people think every celebrity that dies is a conspiracy theory.
They thought Gene Hackman dying was a conspiracy theory.
95. That's weird, though. What happened? His wife died before him, and he stayed with the body?
Well, he probably had Alzheimer's.
Yeah, like Roger and Linda.
I should say.
What about the dog, though? The dog died, too. How did they all die?
I think he died of a heart attack. I think he died before her.
I thought she died before him.
Maybe it is a conspiracy theory, man. I don't know.
I saw one the other day on X, and I was like, time to log out of X for the day, and it said, Chester Bennington, Chris Cornell, and like 2 others didn't commit suicide. They were all in talks to be in a documentary about raping kids.
Yeah.
And it's like, maybe Chester Bennington was just depressed.
Yeah, of course. Chris Cornell shocked me. I loved Chris Cornell.
Yeah, me and Tall Mark were going to see him the day after he did it.
Really? Oh, that sucks.
We had tickets and all.
Yeah.
I woke up and we thought it was a joke or something. I was like, oh no, this fucking bitch couldn't have waited one more fucking day.
And Chester Bennington, I was like, oh, that's
I didn't give a damn. The thing that bothered me about
kids. I was like,
yeah, he had 6 of them, but he had tried to kill himself before by tying himself up and rolling into his pool. Then he decided halfway through that he didn't want to do it and got out. And it's like, you want your kids to find you like that?
But if you're doing, like, if you want to kill yourself, why is he being so dramatic with it?
Because he's the lead singer of Linkin Park. That's all he knows.
Yeah, true.
He makes music for a generation of fucking people that are fucking soft as fuck.
But why would he kill himself? Like, why would you want to tie yourself in a pool and drown yourself? You're a millionaire. You don't have access to guns or pills or anything.
Pay a guy $50,000 to shoot you while you're asleep.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why is he?
Oh yeah, buy morphine, go under, and let a guy shoot you in the head.
Yeah, why? Tie yourself in a pool and go into a bunch of ropes. Tie yourself in a bunch of ropes and fall into a pool? That's insane.
I wouldn't do it.
It's a condition. I guess so.
Listen, he's trying to break the habit, but he's yeah, I'm not a Linkin Park fan. I
love Linkin Park.
I think Mike Shinoda's a big pussy, and
Who's that one?
The Asian one, Fort Minor.
Yeah, I think
100.
Linkin Park's great, man.
Oh,
I love Linkin Park.
Great.
They're great.
They are not great, dude.
Here's the thing. I started listening to them when I was like.
No, they do. They do have merit. I'm being a negative Nelly, because they can write a chorus and they can write lyrics that people like, which are very important. They have the call and response thing of the 2 vocalists. They have a lot of stuff that's really good, and they have the song structure, the short 3-minute. I like, for as much as I listen to the long songs, I like when a band can put out an album that's 35 minutes and that's the whole thing.
Breaking the Habit's great. Crawling in My Skin. I love that. That was my favorite song when I was a kid.
Crawling in My Skin?
Yeah, it was awesome, man. They used to play that with.
I guess in puberty, but
not even before puberty.
All right, well that's fine.
It was awesome.
No, it is. I'm not here to shit on anybody's favorite thing. I hate doing that.
They're not my favorite band, of course. That's reserved for Steely Dan. Steely Dan's the best band.
I can't get now. I feel bad because kids do like it. It means a lot to people.
Yeah, well, if I listened to them now, I probably wouldn't like it. But
no, that's bad. I feel bad now.
Don't feel bad.
I like, what's the one? Paper Cut. It's like I'm paranoid, hating all of the blacks. It's like a whirlwind, and I still hate the blacks. It's like I hate blacks, and I put them inside.
I used to like Little Peep, and I don't like Little Peep anymore, and I'm disgusted.
That's more embarrassing.
That's way more embarrassing. That's bad.
Yeah, Linkin Park has a few. What's the... Yeah, I'm not going to remember it. They do have a few. But, yeah, you know why I think I resent them now? It's because that guy fucking killed himself, and when I was in college, I had to listen to this dumb bitch woman whose father
back to women.
Really does, man.
Evil.
Her father offed himself, so she went on this big rant in a class, and he did that in like probably 2010, and she's there in this class talking about how Chester Bennington, like, I don't care if you agree or disagree, but it's like, I don't want to hear. She's going on about how selfish she is and everything. And it's like, I'm paying to be in this class. I don't want to listen to you fucking lament your dead father just because some rock star killed himself.
Maybe the paper due that day. She wasn't on this rant like, oh, please.
Probably. Shocking. A woman with unresolved father issues taking it out on a fucking someone else that she's never met. That's how women are. That's what they do. That's why I don't respect them. Other than who have we had on the show? Just Holly.
Holly.
Yeah.
Just Holly.
That's the only woman. We'll have another one soon. I'm sure Sarah the Crag will come up.
Mark Walborn was also on too.
Yeah. And done, but no, her episode got cut. She won't listen to this.
Who was that? Sinead Dunbar.
Y'all, dude. I was trying to combine it with the black woman voice.
Oh.
Yo, and dude, I ain't even know because he coming up to me, yo, bro. He wearing corduroy pants. How the fuck you gonna wear corduroy pants and come up and talk to me, bro? That could be Dunbar. Yo, dude, guys wearing fucking corduroy pants. Dunbar's whole shtick is just being a black woman with a hick voice.
I know he's Jewish. That's what I said.
Oh, he's a black Jew woman.
No, he's just Jewish. I talk to him all the time. He's like, he complains about something.
But he's got the squinty eyes of an Asian.
What are you doing wearing a fucking? What are you doing wearing an orange shirt, dude? I go, you're the most Jewish person I've ever met in my life. He's always complaining.
You know what the thing is with Dunbar, our friend Brandon Dunbar, friend of the show, he changes with the wind. That guy has new ironclad opinions on things every week.
Miles Sanders is the top 5 running back according to Dunbar.
Did you get a tattoo?
No, I drew that. I was at a meeting at work. I had my legs crossed. I had a pen. I drew something else, and I turned it into 4 boxes.
I do the 4 boxes all the time.
Guess what that used to be?
I'm Luke Kincaid, and I have autism.
That's definitely autism.
I am. I'm transgendered. I was thinking about. I didn't get to finish my thought about the Naked Show.
Oh, go ahead.
It shows such a goddamn lack of faith in your own comedy. But I want to get to the core of what would make. How did the first woman agree to do this show? Because a hot woman had to agree to it. It had to either be a hot woman or like a fat woman. If it was just an average looking woman, other women wouldn't have done it. Because you ever notice that women don't go out of their way to gas up average women, because that can make average women start to think that they're on the same level as the hot women. See, there's the dichotomy of the 3-woman group.
You know what's funny is, as a guy who's not really experienced with women, I always think I wouldn't know what you're talking about, but I know exactly what you're talking about. And I had that great Ed Sheeran thought, where average women think Ed Sheeran's great because they can see themselves with Ed Sheeran.
Oh, I never heard that before. That's good.
I said that to you before.
Oh, then I don't
women think that Ed Sheeran is good or attractive because they're at best a 4 or a 5 out of 10, but they could see themselves on the same attractiveness as Ed Sheeran, so if they gas him up,
that's
they think
brilliant.
Good. Yeah, I was very proud of that.
All you need to know to prove that that's right is a bartender at a mic we go to pretty often. Think about the mics where we know the bartenders. One of them said to me last week, "Yeah, I just don't think John Mayer is that talented or handsome." Hey, let's look in your underarm. We might find a 3-inch spot of no tattoos, so you could tattoo John Mayer's not handsome on it. You fucking hound. What the fuck?
Yeah.
But he's threatening the women because he's tall, he's handsome, and he's fucked the stars.
Yeah.
And
I know it was, yeah.
But where does she get off fucking talking about John? Hey, Fenris was talking about Sydney Sweeney the other day. Said she's dog shit. Not really, but.
For not saying that.
No, but I'm saying like that's the same equivalent.
I know, you're right. Do you want me to censor that or no?
Yeah, we'll censor.
All right.
Just the name.
Shit, my boss just messaged me. No, he didn't. Thank God.
What would he do? Say I'm recording the Sick Ghouls. Yeah, Luke's working right now. Look at that. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine working and doing this to get paid? It's all we've ever wanted, to get paid to do podcasts.
Yeah.
Yeah. God, I was thinking about when we had Jay in here. That was the last episode, right? Yeah. Jay, the red chair. That the chair, we should just take that and just fucking like the chair should become lore of the show.
Yeah, I'm getting a new chair, so I'm keeping that chair.
Good.
You want to use that for your piano?
Sure. Does it go up and down?
I don't think it does. That's the problem. That's why
I'll have to see if it's too high or low.
Yeah.
I have to get a new piano too, and then I can have this one. I've just worn the keys out; they creak.
Once you get a house, you could definitely get a grand piano. I think you would put up with moving one in to have one.
Yeah, they just cost like $15,000.
No, it depends on which ones you get. The good ones, yeah, but you can find a lot of good ones for free.
Free, but then they're broken. You got to tune them and everything.
No, people just don't know how to move them out of the house.
All right, can you find me one?
Just go on Facebook Marketplace and look up grand pianos.
I don't have Facebook.
We'll go on Craigslist.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. I don't want one, the stressor one right now, and I'm never.
That's why they get rid of them for free. Cause it's the stress of moving them in and out.
I'll never own a house. I do want one. I'll never own a house.
Yeah, neither. I don't think I will. I'm gonna try.
You will.
I'm gonna try to.
Owning a house isn't even one of my goals, though. I don't want to be, because then you're paying property taxes.
Yeah, I always thought like I don't I don't mind renting an apartment.
Would much prefer renting, and you notice all the celebrities rent mansions instead of buying them because they don't want to be tied down to the places. You never know what real estate's going to be. You have to renting. You never have to worry about like the drains and everything. You do if you live here, but it's like it's not your financial responsibility.
Right.
It's like if I had to, I could just leave this place tomorrow and be fine. Like outside of the lease aspect of it, I could leave tomorrow and be fine. I just could never see myself buying a house I couldn't see myself wanting to live somewhere like forever. And also buying a house, you got to have two people to do it. Unless you're rich.
Here's the thing, though. If I ever decide after I pay off my debt and I move back into another apartment, I don't think I could ever stay somewhere where I'm not on the ground floor.
Why?
I like the ground floor. Imagine having to walk up steps to your apartment. That would suck.
I've had to do that many years. Yeah,
it's very minuscule to complain about.
I had to go up. There were like 4 flights of steps at this one place I lived in Philly by the school when I was in college, and I was subletting from someone who I was paying him the money, and then he wasn't paying the rent, so they all got evicted, and I went and lived with my girlfriend at the time, and he got mad at me, and I said to him, like, and I'm not a fighter, but I said, if I ever see you again, I'll fucking beat your ass. And I stand by it. Omar, if I ever see that fucking bitch again, I will drop everything and kick his ass right there.
He wasn't, why? He was saying, how much are you paying a month?
I don't remember. It's hundreds of dollars. Well, it's not a means of stealing from me. He was taking the money and just not paying it. So I still got to live there. But, like, he fucked over all of his friends.
Yeah.
He moved into this place, dropped out of school, then didn't pay his part of the rent for a long time, fucked all his friends' credit. I just moved out in one day.
Yeah.
That guy was a scummer. Then I lived with those 3 fucking women my last year of college. That was miserable too.
No, it's gonna suck moving back into my mom's place. I know it's gonna suck.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that on the show. Luke moving in with his mom once the lease is up.
I know. It's gonna suck.
It's great. Suck. He's gonna be a very happy guy there.
I'm gonna pay up the college debt and then move back out. Don't do that.
Doesn't Ernie on George Lopez lives with his mom?
Yeah, so does...
he always had a plan to move out.
So does Patton Oswalt in King of Queens.
Oh, my God. No, those are good characters, too. And those guys get a lot of pussy, too.
Yeah. We can't all be like Benny from George Lopez.
Hey, guess what? Benny gets a lot of ass, too.
No, she does. She is a ginormous cunt. That's what I was...
That's me. Yeah,
he is the funniest character on the show.
Benny?
Yeah. Benny and George and Vic.
Do you see some George in me?
No.
Why not?
I don't see George in you. I see.
Well, thank you. I've been compared to him before many times.
Really?
Yeah, I think by racists who think I'm Hispanic.
Well, I think people. How mean he is to Carmen. If you apply it to all women, yeah, I would say.
Yeah, when he said to her that you never showed any potential, that's whoo. I would never even say that to my daughter if I had one, and I'd beat that girl.
He said that to Carmen.
He said, you never showed any potential. Oh, you fucking whore cock-sucking bastard. I spilled the last drop of this beer on my fucking pants. Fuck. Oh, God damn it.
And you think you're going to be George.
I am so... I can do nothing in this house. I don't want to be George. I'm glad I'm not. I'm walking away. We could cut that. Yeah, I spilled a beer on myself now.
What?
I was talking with the mic not by me.
Oh, you're good.
I guess these fuckers will hear it, Ghoul Nation. This is real shit, people. You're hearing me spill this as I rant about George Lopez. But he said to Carmen, you never showed any potential. And it's like, well, whose balls did I swim out of, Dad?
Yeah.
But Carmen's a success. She went to college and she didn't get pregnant.
Yeah.
That's compared to the other women in the show. She's better than all the women in her family.
Angie didn't even have a job. She's living off George, right?
Yeah, then she got the La Marie, the makeup, and then she burned down the garage.
Yes. I like Vic, though. George, I pay for the garage.
It's a loan. It's not a handout. It's a loan. Then we can fight about that. Then they fight. Fake fight, George and Vic. God, what are we at? What time are we at?
What was it? We're at 40 minutes. They had a great name. Do you remember Ernie and George's band name?
Wait, hold on.
I
know Mexicat. Put your tail in the air, be right there.
I forgot about that.
Cause we Mexicat. I remember Los Badasses.
Is it called Los Badasses?
Yeah.
I thought it was called Sabotage. I thought that was the name of it.
No, I remember they were Los Badasses.
That might have been it too. I thought Sabotage was when they were. Oh, when it was the one scene where when they go back into high school, but it's the same actors.
Oh, I love that.
And they go, we go, hey George, I got a D in chemistry. He goes, who cares, man? Once our band Sabotage takes off, we're gonna forget this school. And I like how they always keep the actors the same. No matter
I love that.
Flashback scenes.
Or they'll do
giant heads.
Yeah, they'll put the actors' heads on kid bodies or something.
That was hilarious.
That was really good. And it gets talked about on socials a lot, but Jerry Stiller playing himself, the young version of himself coming home from Korea.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
A buddy of mine has a Korean wife, and it makes me think of that all the time. I think, what if he comes home to her, and then she's wok frying a dog, and he beats her and kills her. My favorite thing about Korea is Gangnam Style.
Jim Calhoun.
Yeah.
Pen, pineapple, apple, pen. Remember that?
No.
It was Gangnam Style first, and it was the pen, pineapple, apple, pen. You never saw that?
No.
PPAP. You ever saw that?
No, I checked out after Gangnam. That, What Did the Fox Say? I never got into any of that.
All right, that was horrible. That sucked. Gangnam Style was bad.
No, I like Gangnam
Style.
Style.
Yes, that was good.
I do that. I don't like Asian. I don't do that. I don't do that. And then I'm transgender. My voice cracked.
Oppa Gangnam Style. That was a good.
Hop on Transman Style. Hey, change your gender. Hop.
Used to be a lady. Hope. Wait, that came out. That was 13 years ago. That came out.
Really?
2012. That was a good year. 2012.
I can't remember.
That was the Punk Cena feud. Or was that 2011?
That was 11. They were all terrible years. Wrestling years, good years. I guess 11. The Packers won the Super Bowl in the February, the 2010 season. If you would have gone through that Aaron Rodgers life 100 times over after that Super Bowl, I bet in 95 of them he wins another one.
Yeah.
Not in this reality. You better go to the Steelers. Better take him. That's what we could talk about. NFL free agency. Aaron Rodgers, I would love him to go to the Steelers. Who else will they have? Fields is gone.
Russ is cooked.
Yeah, Russ is cooked.
Where would Russ? I don't know what the fuck Seattle's doing. Seattle's being fucking stupid.
Well, of course you love Geno.
More than Sam Darnold.
Yeah, a couple of Jets. Did you see Belichick trolling the Jets? He really hates the Jets.
He what?
Trolling the Jets.
What did he do?
They asked about free agent quarterbacks, and they knew that fucking Geno Smith and Darnold would be on the move, and Rodgers, and they were acting like, who would you go to if you were taking over an NFL team looking for options at quarterback? And he goes, well, I would try to get any one of the guys the Jets just released. Or the Jets that the Jets released.
Yeah, I don't know what.
He hates the Jets.
I like Justin Fields doing the Jets. That's interesting. It's not going to do anything. They might go 6-12. Who knows?
Yeah, they'll never do anything
or
again.
6-11. Is that the?
It's weird having an odd number. They got to go back to they're going to just go to 18. I think they made it 17 so that it would be awkward enough that we go to 18.
Yeah.
And the extra week we'll have the Super Bowl end on President's Day so people can get the day off.
That's what I like.
That's what they want, and that'd be great, but the players will want an extra bye week. So what they'll have to do for that to have the extra bye week in the regular season is to just have 8 teams make the playoffs and not give a bye week to the 1 seed.
Right.
Because they're definitely not giving up. If they have a chance to have the day off after, they're definitely not giving that up the league. And I think that's what they've had their eye on for a while. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Either that or they're going to have to start on Labor Day. They'll have to start a week earlier.
Commanders are doing their thing of not getting any free agents under the age of 27. I like that.
You were just excited about them.
I do like
Debo.
I like Debo.
Do you remember the face? That's a Debo. I was scared of Debo.
Laramie Tunsil.
He's great.
They re-signed Ertz. He's just 47 years old. Who else?
Dick Hurts.
Who else do they have? Fuck. I forget. Did the Packers do anything?
Signed a guard. Signed a cornerback. Brought back Isaiah McDuffie, I believe. Brought back Brandon McManus. You know, the guy who missed a big field goal in this Packers-Eagles playoff game on the place he kicked all through college. Yeah, bring him back 3 years. Guy who's helped his whole career by kicking in Denver with the fucking altitude.
Who else did they did What was the other big free agency stuff? Daniel Jones went to the Colts. That's what you mean.
Poor Jim Kelly.
Carson Wentz ruined that place. You know. They blamed everything on
him. Did the Chiefs re-sign Wentz?
No.
To me, that's bad because to ask him to play in that last game, I wouldn't have even played then. If they weren't going to re-sign me and they weren't going to let me play, then I wouldn't have played because the Eagles should have re-signed him because he went out there and did exactly what they told him. Yeah, that's what I meant. The Eagles, too. The Chiefs should have re-signed him because he went out there and lost that game to the Broncos like they told him to.
Yeah.
And, if he would have went out and balled out, he'd have got another contract.
Yeah, and those fucking Barstool guys are like, oh, Wentz is horrible, man. This is like retards. Complete retards. Anybody that does that Barstool stuff's an idiot. They're little shit. Yeah. Barstool is the dumbest culture of people I've ever seen.
Big Cat, the Presidente. I don't like any of them.
I don't like Big Cat. I hate Portnoy. I'm on and off of because I like his pizza reviews.
I hate the pizza reviews.
I hate him as a person.
He's been to every place in Wilkes-Barre many times.
Really?
Yeah. I hate my son. Saw him. The son saw him.
My buddy was standing next to him at one of the ones at near LaSalle. His name's Jim Kelly too, actually.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. He's not a
pitcher for LaSalle baseball. Good dude.
I would think Portnoy was fucking Zuckerberg until I saw him close.
Yeah.
I wouldn't care. I would if somebody said, "Oh, there's Dave Portnoy," I wouldn't care. But I'm of the belief, or not of the belief. I'm one of the weirdos that there's very few celebrities that I would lose my shit. You know how it is with the comics. What comic do you think standing next to me, if we were at a bar and he started standing next to me, do you think I would geek out over? Do you think there's any? It wouldn't.
Florentine.
Not geek out. Yeah. I'd talk to him. Stanley's friend. Maybe when I was 14, 15.
I would if it was like Louis C.K. or Chappelle.
I wouldn't. Cool. I wouldn't care at all. I don't try. I hate saying that because you sound like you're trying to sound cool. But
I wouldn't care.
At least Chappelle meant something to me when I was younger, and I guess Louis did to an extent. But if I met any of who's doing arenas now, Nate Bargatze was just doing the arena and.
Well, you're not a fan of Nate Bargatze.
No, but he's a star in comedy, and if I became friends with him, I'd be made. But I don't care about that.
I wouldn't care if Nate Bargatze was standing next to me.
No, Rogan, I wouldn't care if Rogan was mine. I wouldn't even genuinely.
I would avoid.
Me too.
Literally avoid.
I wouldn't go up and talk to them and say, "Hey, I do comedy." If I met Shane, I wouldn't do that.
I would avoid Shane. Completely avoid him.
Me too. See, I feel like now we'll look like we're fags. I don't hate the guy. I've just never watched. The most of it I've ever watched of his comedy was the SNL monologue that you sent me. Did he go on a second time yet?
Yeah, he did bad.
When was it?
2 weeks ago?
Nobody posted about it.
Yeah, because it was bad.
Was it really bad?
Yeah.
Like the reviews were bad?
Yeah.
I hope they don't invite him back.
All the Ghouls fans are not saying it's not bad. He is funny. He is really funny, but
I believe it.
He has like Eagles fans, comedic fans.
Yo, go Bears.
Horrible. Yo, fucking Gillis fucking killed. Yeah, fucking Gillis. So it's dick riders.
Yeah, Kyle Regan and the like.
All people do that stuff though.
Yeah,
for every person.
They're fags. I love Kyle. I just want to give him shit. Shane. I just couldn't imagine sitting down and watching comedy. I couldn't imagine.
No, I can't do it. That's why I like doing it. I hate watching it.
I don't even like doing it. I just like going out. I'll probably go out tonight. Are you going to do it a mic? Oh no, you're doing afters.
You don't like going on stage?
That's the worst. Well, not the worst part because that makes it seem like you build it up. But I feel like I'm just coming up with 5 minutes to justify being out, which I don't. I could go up there and take a shit, and it'd be better than most of what the fucking losers in Philly put out. Fucking hacks. Anybody. Yeah.
That's what I enjoy the most about. Well, I like seeing the friends, but I mainly like going on stage.
Really?
Yeah, I really like going on stage.
Oh, yeah, I don't
That's
get.
Because I'm a narcissist, though.
You really are. No, I don't really get off that much on going on stage. Maybe when I first started, but. I don't mean to say this, but you kill so many times. It's like, what else is there to do?
Yeah.
I only like it if there's something that I could come up with in the moment that's really good. Those are the ones I'm happy about. If it's something I didn't plan to say, and I get everybody to laugh at it, then I feel good.
Why do you sign up at a mic?
Well, I do like going on, but it's certainly like it's not in my top 10 favorite things to do.
All right, what's in your top 10 favorite things to do to close out the hour?
Saying N-words, gooning.
What? Goaded? What?
I guess, I'm not trying to downplay going on. I like going on, but it's like I try to have my sets be as less structure, with the least amount of structure as possible, so you can have those pockets there for spontaneity to happen.
I get that.
Yeah, I like it when those unplanned moments. If I just went up there and I said, all right, Tinder bit's gonna be a minute 15.
This is ridiculous.
Going to the store is gonna be a minute 36. You know, it's ridiculous. I like to go up there. I'll say, all right, maybe I'll tell the AIDS joke, and then I'll say something about AIDS, and I'll think of like 8 other AIDS things.
People do it. The more structured your stuff is, it's the worse your set is, I think.
Well, I think people need it though. They suck without it.
Some people I was talking to a comic who I won't name, but just to say he's sick, and really sick.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And he was saying so when you go on stage, do you time out your bits? Do you how do you do you?
Who the fuck said that?
And I'm like, what? He goes, hey, I time myself when I repeat myself my set in the mirror and I time out my bit. It's like, no, don't do that.
I guess that is the right thing to do.
No, that's the wrong thing to do. That's not natural at all.
I agree, but I mean, I've just accepted that from whenever anybody's asked me my thoughts on the creative process, they immediately tell me how wrong I am. So I've just accepted.
Really? Your thoughts on how bad creative?
Well, no, just that I don't write things. People see the notes that I go on stage that I'll look at before I go on. It'll be like 7 words spread out. It'll be
that's good. I think that's
it
good.
means you can do it. It means you can come up with anything. Well, then sometimes people will be like, I love that you just trust yourself to be funny. It's like, wouldn't you wish you could feel that feeling, buddy? It's just, you go up there. I mean, it is, I guess there just has to be a level of, I've seen so many people that are undeserved, in my mind, especially 3-4 years ago or something, you look at somebody, it's like, how is this person getting this done or being able to get this opportunity? And you just see that so many times, and it's like, all right, whatever.
I just write a phrase or two about for a joke, and I'll think of the joke, and I'll just say it.
People only
This is how boring comedy is. It's boring me to tears.
I love when I see fucking some of these people. Oh, I know. That's the worst part when people want to talk about the process.
I want to paint the ceiling with my scalp. That's my new saying now. But I want to paint the ceiling with my scalp.
Could you imagine Luke being the sick ghoul that kills himself?
Watch that actually happen. Watch that in 7 years. I kill myself and they'll play this back.
Well, Luke's actually going to kill himself on the Patreon. That's going to be the new.
Yeah, it'll be uncensored.
Yeah. All right. Do you have any parting thoughts? Parting ghoul thoughts? What do we have? 58 minutes.
We're at 58 minutes.
Wow, folks. I'm really good.
All right. Take care. Thanks for watching. Thanks for fucking nutting.